Hi, I'm Robert from the Scroll Ensemble and we improvise classical music. Now we will start improvising with the bass of the Tarantella. We will use register, rhythm, filling in intervals and combine melody and bass in one part. The first simple thing to do is to play the bass in different octaves, or changing the octave of some of the notes. The second thing you can do is work with rhythm. In our video on melodies, we already explained the process of omitting notes or replacing a longer note with faster note values. Here we will combine these ideas with the octave changing idea from before. Something that always works nicely is to fill in bigger intervals, playing the notes between the one and the next. In a way, this is obvious, but which rhythm can you use? A good way to find out is by writing this down and remembering where certain rhythmical patterns end up. For example, a run of 1/8 notes and 6/16 notes always ends up one octave higher or lower in 2 beats. Yet another way is to look at some books from the 16th and 17th century that have tables in them suggesting which ornaments or extra notes you can use to fill up a certain interval, a certain distance between 2 notes. This technique works well with an accompaniment on a chordal instrument. However, if someone else plays one of the melodies above you, you might end up in a bit of a kerfuffle. In that case, it's safest to go in the opposite direction of the melody player and, well, to take turns. If you combine ideas from the previous exercises and make your own bigger intervals by changing the octaves of the bass part, you can get very far and improvise many different versions, whilst keeping the bass clear for the other players. So there are several versions of the bass. Generally in this video I've been using a slightly more complicated version, which can be found at the beginning of the Hypodorico type by Kircher. All the same principles apply though actually to any bass line you might find. In the next example I'm taking a slightly simpler version for a spin. So always take care to check which version you and your comrades are using, he said, speaking from experience. Another interesting idea is to play the bass and the melody in the same line, alternating between the two. Thank you so much for watching one of our videos. If you enjoyed it, we have many more on our YouTube channel and many more coming out. So don't forget to subscribe, like and leave a comment. You can also support us on Patreon. So thanks again.